All right, welcome to the FeedBak podcast, everybody. My name is Back, and this is episode 221. A couple announcements. First, I want to thank everybody who came to Hip Hop Bingo at Native last weekend, as of when I'm recording this. Shout out to Bome Vodka. Shout out to Slab Barbecue. Shout out to True Stopper and Urban Fest, who unfortunately got canceled because COVID, of course. But anyway, shout out to them anyway. Be sure on the lookout. Follow these people. Follow Hip Hop Bingo on Instagram and all that good stuff. And one more thing, do me a favor, go back to the archive. I talked to a lot of funny people. Recently, Hans Kim was on. Who else? Chris Tan, Joe Barksdale. I've had a bunch, and the list goes on and on. So go back to that, share it, listen to it, leave me a review. That helps. Rating helps even more. So yeah. So without further ado, let me introduce my guest for today. I got the very funny Zac Bogus in the building. How you doing, man?
I'm great, dude. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
All right, thank you. You've kind of this is how I pick the people who come on the show. Are people that are just nice to me.
Oh, well, that should be a lot of people, no?
No, but no. Let me put it this way. I have a pet peeve, and I don't know if it's me or how I was raised or if it's an African thing. I don't know, but I feel like if you met somebody more than twice, to where like, hey, my name is blah blah blah, right?
Right.
And they acknowledge you two times in a row. The next time you see them, you assume that they go, hey, what's up, blah blah blah, right?
Sure.
Or at least, even if they don't remember your name, they can just say what's up, whatever. But if you don't do that, I'm like, well, okay, well, fuck off then.
Okay.
The selection is that simple. I'm not saying it happens a whole lot, but I'm saying that's how I operate.
Right.
And like I was raised that if you show up at some place and there's people you know, the least you could do is go up and say hi. You don't have to stick around and have a full-on conversation. How you doing? How's your life? How's your kids? How's your wife? Nobody cares.
Totally.
But at least acknowledge their presence. If you're the one that shows up,
right.
if you're already there, and let's say you're already talking to a bunch of people, and they come through, they show up, and they say hi to everybody but you, or they see you and you just walk past you like you don't exist, fuck off.
Right. Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. I've always had like a little bit of social anxiety though, especially when I was working in places that comedians would be. That I wouldn't, I'd feel too overwhelmed to say hi to everybody.
Right.
But now that I kind of don't work as like a door guy or like a comedy worker in
comedy worker. That sounds dirty.
You know what I mean? You work in like a comedy club or something.
Yeah.
You can't really say hi to everybody you recognize.
No, and I get it.
Gets to your head too. You start to get anxious. Everybody around you knows you. It's like you're constantly at a party or something. So now that I don't do that, it's much easier for me to be like, hey, what's up, man? We're both here doing the exact same thing,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's at the end of the day, I think it's just it's common courtesy.
Yeah.
It's really all that is. Like, I understand people who, I mean, you meet people every day. Like, you're a bartender, you're a door guy like you were, you're a DJ. You can't expect them to recognize you or even remember your name. And I get that. But that's why I always make a point to introduce myself. Because first of all, I mean, that sounds maybe obnoxious, but there's no two motherfuckers with my name.
Right. No, I've never met anybody else with your name before.
Exactly. And I don't know that many Zacs either. I really don't.
There's a bunch.
Yeah, but personally, I know maybe three.
Okay.
You're one of the three.
Sure. Well, I'm proud to be. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I might meet more, and then you'll just disappear from my contact list.
Too many Zacs,
Yeah, enough
Not
of the fucking
backs.
Zacs. No, the one back is fine.
Yeah, you're right. It just gets complicated. All the 3-letter names out there,
Yeah, I mean, keep it simple. Keep it simple. If your name's Jason or Michael, I'm gonna forget it. Actually,
there's a lot of Michaels too.
Oh fuck, man, it sucks. No, it's not that it sucks. It's like, you know what? If I make the effort to remember you as a Michael or Jason or a Chad, no, I don't know how many Chad. I'm trying to think another. It's Jason, Michael, John. Yeah, John's a good one. Yeah. If your name's John, I remember John. You didn't really stand out. I made the effort to remember your face because John is nothing to a. Not that it's nothing to a John, but
all Johns mean nothing to Bat. I hope you all know that. If your name is John, you are useless and forgettable.
Yes. Yes. Have a unique name. If not, go by your middle name or
Right.
have a nickname. Is Zach your real name?
Yeah, Zach is my real name. The bogus part, it's a little bogus, but you know,
All right.
it sticks.
So, okay, you don't have to give out your real last name, but why'd you pick Bogus?
Like when I was 16 in high school, I was going by an art moniker. Like, you know, artists sometimes will pick like I tagged and stuff. I always tagged Bogus, and I said Bogus a bunch of people just called me Bogus.
What was it, art bogus? Or what would, I mean,
Just
bogus means something.
It means fake. Means
Right.
fake or fraudulent. But I just took that because I was so punk rock. I used to be so punk.
I don't give a shit, man.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's
I'm
right.
fake, but I'm real.
I'm bogus. I'm so good. I'm bogus. So like I would sign everything bogus, and I'd spray paint bogus, and it would just be like it was my thing for a while. And then yeah, as an adult, it was just kind of like I was in the punk scene. So, you know, a lot of punk rockers go by fake names.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just Zac Bogus. And then I started doing comedy, and everybody already knew me as Zac Bogus. Most of my friends did not know my real last name. So I just kind of...
That's Silverstein or some shit like that?
There's already another one of those out there.
Yeah.
And I am not him. Do not get us confused. Yeah, no, I've got a completely Irish name. I don't care to give it out. It's just like, you know, it's forgettable. I'm Zachary Gale on paper, but... Zac Bogus has a ring to it, you know?
Yeah, because you want to meet a Zac Bogus. Just like you want to meet a dude named Back.
Yeah, exactly. It clean,
So
simple.
if you want to express uniqueness, come up with a funky name.
Come up with a
If your
funky
name's John, funk it up a little bit.
Yeah, don't be so boring.
Don't be so John. If your name's John Johnson, kill yourself.
Exactly. You
But-
know? Double negative right there.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to meet a John Johnson? How basic can you be?
That is the most basic. Or like a John White. If there's any
Oh,
John Johnsons or John
I know a
Whites out
John
there,
White.
sorry. Do you? Joe White. is who
I
you're
know a
thinking of.
John White. I think I know John White.
Do you? Or is it just a white guy named John?
Either way, it works. I know a lot of white guys named John.
There are. Yeah.
No, so what would you say you were into punk rock? So what is you playing? Were you singing? Were you rapping? Were you
I sang in a punk band for a little while. But
you thought you were gonna make it?
no. No. It was like
we're in the garage band in high school,
middle
man.
school. Yeah.
Oh, middle school.
It was
Holy
in
shit.
middle school, dude. I was in like 7th grade. We did the talent show. That was like our only show we ever did. But it felt good, and I was super rebellious. But really, it was more of just like going out to punk shows.
And get pussy.
No, I was like 300 pounds. I used to be like a sad emo fat punk.
Yeah, but
Artist kid.
there's I'm sure there's a market for that. No?
You'd be surprised, man. No, I like had my first girlfriend when I was 16, and then didn't date another girl until I was almost 18, and yeah, I did not have game.
Wait, did the other band members get laid and you didn't?
Oh yeah. Oh,
You're the only one in the band who didn't get none.
right. And I mean, it was middle school too. So like, how much pussy could you get in middle school?
I don't know. You tell me.
You know, I tried.
And you heard all the stories
Right.
from the band leader. Where were you playing?
New York City.
No, what were you playing? In
Oh
the
no,
band?
I sang.
Oh, you sang. You were
Yeah.
the lead singer, and you still get
I
get
got none.
Oh man!
But it was funny too.
The
'cause
drummer always gets the pussy.
the drummer, he's good with his hands. Also, the bassist too. They pluck the
Yeah.
strings. Guitarist, whatever.
Yeah, guitarist, you're just another dude.
Shout out to Burkay. There's no way he listens to it. That was my guitarist in New York. We jam all the time. I think you hooked up with my sister, but we're not going to mention that.
Already did. That's all.
Yeah. Oh
You won't
wait,
listen to
this
this.
is live. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, Hannah. No, but they're not going to fucking hear this though. Not my sister or Burkay.
I'll send it to him. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You know, at this point, I feel like I've mentioned it enough. I probably should send it.
Probably say, hey, I mentioned you fuck my sister.
Yeah.
I mean, this is years ago, but we were in middle school, man.
Whoops.
So
Whoops.
nothing in middle school. Wait, how old are you in middle school? Is it like 12 to 14 or something? I don't know.
You know, I was 15 in 8th grade because I got held back in kindergarten in 6th grade, so I was kind of late. In like freshman year, I was 16. So
Okay.
So yeah, I was like, I guess 14, 15. What years are middle school? 6, 7,
I just
8?
asked you. I have no idea. I know the French equivalent.
That
but,
just tells you how bad I am as a student or learner. I can't even remember what grades were in what schools.
why you were in a punk band to begin with. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, schoolwork wasn't gonna work anyway.
Nope.
Did you graduate at least?
I got a GED.
Oh,
So
good enough diploma,
equivalent,
like Chris
yeah.
Rock says.
I dropped out in junior year. My GPA was like a 1.9.
Oh,
And
did you even go?
barely, dude. So I was homeless most of my high school, like while I was in high school. So I had to work, and I didn't have enough time for school. And I was already so ADHD that I could not focus on anything. So I would skip classes and I wouldn't do homework. So it was a bad time for a student like me in New York City. But my GED was so easy. I got it in like a month, and it took my GPA.
Is that fast? I don't know.
Yeah, dude. They make you take classes in New York to make sure that you're ready for the GED exam.
Okay.
And I was just smart enough to be able to qualify for it in a month. And yeah, bumped my GPA up from a 1.9 to a 3.5.
Pretty good.
And that, yeah.
It's out of 4.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
So they were like, yeah, you go to 4-year
long
college
time ago
now
for me.
if you want. Yeah. It feels like it was a long time ago. It was like 8 or 9 years
Shit.
for me.
So but you thought you were a comedic genius and you just had to.
No, not at all. I didn't get into comedy until a year and a half ago.
Oh, really?
Yep. I mean, I loved comedy.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like living in Los Angeles for the last like 2 years before the pandemic. I was going to the Comedy Store at least once a week.
Just to check out shows?
Kill Tony.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yep. I would go as a fan. I bought tickets every Monday, sat in the audience. The Comedy Store documentary, there's a scene where they're showing Kill Tony, and in the background, you can see me sitting there eating chicken tenders.
Oh, I watched that shit. Okay.
Yeah, I was there, barely. You can see me in the background. I didn't get credited, all right?
I was about to say, you could use that as a credit. We've seen him in the Comedy Store documentary. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Zac Bogus. Yeah, it was the dude with the chicken in the back.
Yeah, you could barely see me. I'm all blurry, but it's still me. I guarantee it. I have pictures to prove it from that day.
Oh, we believe you. We believe you.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Thank you. That's all
don't
that
need all the
matters.
validation, man.
I need it, man. I need what I can get right now.
Hey, coming from a punk band and you were the fat lead singer. So yes, you need all the validation you can take.
Yep. That's me, dude, and I wear it on my sleeve.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, that's literally didn't start doing comedy until March of 2020.
So right when it hit.
Literally the month, like I did my first open mic right before the coronavirus was still a murmur. There was no lockdown or anything. And then I was signing up for open mics, but there were not a lot in LA. Maybe there was just too much comics.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't get my second chance to do comedy until I got on Kill Tony. It was the second time I ever did comedy.
Wow.
And just blew up, just fully committed to it.
Like, this is it. This is my calling.
It was that taste, man, that heroin, man.
I get it. I get it. I got it 2 years ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, now I'm here.
Yeah, like you went from Kill Tony to my podcast. What does that tell you? I don't think that's an upgrade, man.
Hey, man. I love it, dude. I fucking love it. I'll do anybody's podcast. It doesn't matter. Well, that's not true. I won't do anybody's podcast.
Oh, who would you not do?
I don't know. There's some creepy people out there with podcasts. I don't want to list any names.
Like comics here?
Comics, yeah, in quotations, yeah.
Oh.
There's some people out here who are like a little scary. I don't know why they do it.
Oh.
There's a few.
You introduced me to one the other night.
Did I? Oh, yes,
Remember
I
that?
did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, there's a few that are probably should not be in the business, but they
We let anybody
for
in.
whatever reason.
We let anybody in. At the end of the day, they don't decide. The crowd decides.
Well,
And the bookers decide.
and God bless them for their commitment.
Oh, by all means, do you. I mean,
Yep.
seriously. I'm not gonna knock anybody's hustle because at the end of the day, that's what we're all in it for.
Mental health is a big deal, and nobody they're not talking about it as much. Some people need some care, and they can't get it through comedy, though they believe that they will.
Do you believe the whole like comedy's therapy type shit?
No.
that's-
Comedy. If you do comedy, you probably need therapy to deal with what you're doing. Honestly, well, I mean,
No, I mean there are comics out there who had a great life and just choose to share that. I mean, I'm okay.
well, what I mean by that is if you're actively doing comedy, the comedy will cause you to need therapy.
Oh,
You know, like it can be taxing on your mental health to put yourself out there and sort of expose that side of you, and then have people have their opinions about you. Some of them will say it, some of them will not say it, but you'll find out through other people talking shit.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's different on different levels. In
Yeah,
my
but
case, I've definitely started therapy after doing comedy.
Oh,
so-
really?
Oh yeah.
Not after you slimmed down and when you were.
No, I mean, I did therapy before that as a teenager for a little bit, and I hated my therapist or whatever. But yeah, no, through the experiences that comedy brought me, I have decided to speak to therapists. So
Good for you. We're not sponsored by BetterHelp.com.
not yet,
Well,
but,
yet.
you know,
But, you know.
just
good.
in case you can do this throwback plug.
Yeah,
you know?
so I had Zac Bogus on. You know who Zac Bogus is, right?
It's funny. I actually do use BetterHelp. That is what I use.
Oh, really? It's
'Cause
working for you?
Yeah, I don't have insurance and it's cheap, so you know. I mean, is it working? I don't know. I probably could have.
It's a
abused one
process,
of my
man.
friends.
It takes years
Yeah.
to get over some shit. And the thing is, it's like, you're putting yourself out there, and you want that. I think it is a thing that comics need, that validation, because you can get validation from your family,
That's the
you can
drug.
get it from your friends, you know, but getting it from strangers is another level.
Absolutely.
It really is, because you're like, I'm trying to entertain these motherfuckers, and they don't get it. No, you don't get it.
Right.
It's your fault.
Just because we're not on the same wavelength.
Yeah, it's my goal to make you like
Get it.
get it and connect. It's that's my job.
Right.
If it doesn't work, then that's on me.
It is a complicated tango, but you know, that satisfaction, that dopamine rush you get from getting that laugh from the
Oh
crowd,
yeah, of course.
or just like people, like you'll hear them repeat your punchline, even if it can be distracting. You hear them say what you said
Yeah,
because that's the part that hit with them, and you're like, yes. It's like the hook got in there, you know. Even at the small shows, like at an open mic, if I say something that's just ridiculous and I hear somebody comment on it, like in a way that means that they liked it, that's like, that right there is the drug.
I'll take that over anything. It really feels good. It really feels good. But you were always a comedy fan before Kill Tony, even? Like, did you? Oh, you said you went to the comedy, but before Kill Tony, did you go to the store,
No,
or even in New York?
you know, I can't remember if the first time I went was the first time I went was for Kill Tony, and then I went because the way the Comedy Store works is there are 3 rooms: the belly room, the original room, and
Yeah.
the main room, and they have basically like 2 shows a night in each room, so like 6 shows. Kill Tony was the early show in the main room, 400 tickets sold, so it's a big show, and every Monday, so
Yeah,
I would go as much as I could. After that show ended, there was a showcase, the potluck going on in the original room, and it was free. So just a 2-drink minimum, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would just go over there and sit there until 2 in the morning, like 10 o'clock to 2 in the morning, and just watch
take it in.
all of these comedians that like I've never heard of, and some of them are much bigger now than they were then. The first night I went, Dave Chappelle did a pop-in just out of the blue.
Yeah,
and
like he
my-
always does.
Yeah, exactly.
But
but for
popping
my-
in the city.
but like just nobody expected it. We're all
Yeah.
sitting there, and then all of a sudden it's the biggest comedian in the world. It's my first time at the store. My belly's full of chicken tenders and beer, and it's like, what more could you ask for? You know, like that right there was like the perfect way to get introduced to live comedy. Like I had seen a few shows at the Laugh Factory, underwhelming, whatever.
Yeah.
But the Comedy Store, the mecca of all comedy and the biggest people in the world, it's just like, this is where I want to be all the time. If I could just be here all the time, it would be great.
Uh-huh.
So I started writing jokes, and over the course of a year, I had been writing jokes for Kill Tony, like small little jokes.
Yeah, a minute.
And I had kept changing it, adding more, subtracting more. I signed up for Kill Tony 20 times, never got called.
Mm-hmm.
There's at least 100 comics every night trying to sign up for Kill Tony.
Sure.
And then, during the pandemic is when my hooks got in it, and it just I was sending Red Band emails in 2018 asking to intern for him, like all the way back then. I had been trying to get into it,
Mm-hmm.
but the stars all aligned at the right time during the pandemic. And I had gotten unemployment too, so I was like, fuck yeah, let's just go all the way.
And look at him now.
It's a blessing.
I saw him the first time in 2015.
Who?
Tony and
Oh yeah,
Brian. Yeah, they came to Austin.
Moon
With
Tower.
no Spider House,
Oh shit!
and you
Really?
know who the guest was?
Who?
Tiffany Haddish.
I love Tiffany Haddish. Dude.
Tiffany had nobody knew her because I found out about
It's
Tiffany
before she blew
Haddish
up.
on Red Band's podcast.
Really?
All the Death Squad shit. So there was Dysentery, the podcast that I listen to all the time, and then they had a bunch of other ones. The something Chronicles.
The Death Squad Chronicles.
No, it was named after the Ice House.
Oh.
Ice House Chronicles,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I used to listen to that all the time. When I first started listening to podcasts, it was like 2008, 9, and then in early tens, I was like, yo, let's see what else is out there. And I found out about Red Band's thing, the Death Squad. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of cool, just chilling and talking. And around the time I was doing mine too, 'cause I started mine in 2013.
Mm.
And so when they came to Austin, I got to meet all three. It's not like we talked a whole lot. But when Tony came back for Moon Tower, that's when I met him officially.
2015 Tony was a different Tony than 2021
Oh yeah,
Tony.
yeah, of course. But shout out to him.
Yeah, no, I love it. He's the reason why I'm here, man.
Yeah,
You know, my biggest.
it's a lot of
mentor.
people's reason why they're here.
Right. Yeah,
It's
true.
a lot of people's reason.
That's true.
No, and I'm not mad at it. I have no reason to. I think it's great. So you still sing? You do any of that shit anymore?
I can carry a tune, but I don't actively sing. I've been hanging out with the band Nether Hour. You know,
Yeah.
they're always opening for Kill Tony or no, closing for Kill Tony, opening for Death Squad. Those are the homies. Those guys are the shit. So I've been jamming with them at their crib, and I'll sing along. I can't play any instruments, so like the most I can do is harmonize with them and stuff.
Harmonize. Holy shit.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not great. I'm not like I'm not trained at all. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I know what sounds good. So yeah, I'll sing with them, but the most I sing these days is just karaoke. Shout out to Egos.
Yeah, that was my first time going when I went with you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
That was my, I mean,
forgot about that.
I kind of tagged along. Really, nobody invited me.
It's a
No, I'm
good
kidding. I'm
comic
kidding.
hang.
No, you invited me. But yeah, I'd never been, and I've been Austin 23 years.
Wow.
So I didn't know about it. There was another karaoke joint. I used to go to the Korean one.
Those are the shit too.
Because they go till 5 in the
Private
morning,
rooms.
and you can it's BYOB, so you can
Right.
be in there late night, and then jam out and shit. But I'd never been to Egos, and then I was like, wow, this is really cool.
When I go there, I feel like I have to sing country music because everybody there does country music too. It's
And you look the part.
right. Thank you.
The plaid shirt.
I can explain this.
Yes,
This
the,
is.
the short collar shirts really gives it away. But you have a sense of style. I appreciate that.
I used to be a stylist.
What?
Yeah, I've had a lot of jobs.
Oh, you can't just throw that out like it's nothing.
No, I mean,
Because here's the thing: there is a look.
right.
There is a comic look.
Uh-huh.
Actually, there's a white guy comic look.
Sure.
It's just like I don't care what I look like as long as
jeans
I'm
and
funny.
a t-shirt and maybe
Yeah.
some Crocs.
And sometimes you talking about Dean,
yeah.
but see, I can appreciate Dean because he really stands by it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
nobody else dressed
Full
like Dean.
send, dude.
Exactly. It is the nicest.
mullet.
He's the nicest redneck I've ever met. Not that I know a whole lot, but he's the only Dean I know. Point is, like, there is like, hey, I don't give a shit what I look like. I would wear shitty ass shoes with socks up in all the way up to my knee,
Mm.
or I have jeans that are too short. Shout out to Lucas McCrary. And
He's got good style too. I'm
no,
gonna be
that,
real.
if it's recognizable, that's fine. Like, okay,
Right.
that's how Lucas, dresses up.
Iconic Luke.
That's fine. That's fine. The same way that you would watch a, Steve Harvey and always in the suit, that you like, okay, we get it. Like I don't even think that there's a lot of thought around it.
Mm.
Maybe, but if there is, it works.
Right.
Even if there's not, it works. Like, okay, this is how you dress up. But there is, I don't know. It's like you got to stand out somehow. When you get on stage, you haven't even said a word yet.
Sure.
There's-
People are gonna think, assume things about you before you even say.
Sure. I mean, that's gonna happen. But I mean, why would you want to look like the next dude who came right before you? Is what I'm.
And I agree. Maybe at an open mic, that's okay. But when you're doing a showcase and you want people to remember your name.
Yeah.
I would say put a little bit of thought and effort into what you wear, or at least just, not effort, but thought, right? You don't want to look like
A bum.
a bomb. Exactly.
Yes.
And at least half of the comics out here just don't care, which is fine. It's fine. What
We're not
matters is the
judging.
jokes. But
We already did. By the time you open your mouth, we already like,
Yeah.
oh, here's another motherfucker with his shorts that are like almost jeans. Like, come on.
Oh, shorts on stage, big no. That I'm gonna stand by that. I know it's like 100 degrees out here all the time, but if you're wearing shorts on stage
At a showcase?
nobody should see your knees, bro.
At a showcase.
Yeah, at a showcase.
At a
Open
showcase.
mic is fine.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. Go naked if you want, but like shorts while you're trying to sell yourself.
No.
I'm not buying it, bro.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. And you want to stand out. So, I forgot how we got to this.
Style?
Yes, you're a stylist. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
So in like
Yeah, what the fuck,
in 2017, I started working at Buffalo Exchange. Buy and sell used clothing.
Uh-huh.
So I got really into vintage, retro, shit like that. And I had to learn about style and trends. Like I had to study it so that I could buy clothing in and resell it, like things that the public would want. So I studied fashion basically, and that's how I kind of gained my style. And then Levi's offered me a position in Malibu as a stylist because I was working at Buffalo Exchange.
The fuck you doing here then?
Bro, that's not good money. It's not good money.
Really?
It's not fun. Yeah.
But if you're styling rich people,
Well, yeah, I sold Jerry Seinfeld 2 pairs of jeans, and I held his black Amex card in my hand. It was so heavy, and I just thought, man, this is the key to another life right here. I could just
you
steal
could be
this.
Jerry Seinfeld's personal style dude.
He was like, how do I wash these jeans? And I was like, Jerry, you burn them. You're Jerry Seinfeld. Just buy a new pair of jeans every time you need to change your pants.
But I mean, what was shitty about the job?
It was just boring. Like I like style, right? But it was essentially just being a salesman for Levi's. Oh, I sold clothes to Kid Rock. That was cool, cause
Okay.
that guy fucking likes to party. You can tell. I sold him this jacket that was a jean jacket in the back,
Uh-huh.
and in the front it was like a nylon bomber, like navy green nylon bomber.
Wait, did you design a thing or you just?
No, I put together outfits. Like
Oh, got it.
based
Okay.
using the clothing from Levi's, like
Uh-huh.
what they had in their collection. There's all the expensive shit too. So it's like, there's regular Levi's you can get at JCPenney. Then there's Levi's Made and Crafted, which is the fancy future brand. Everything's dyed with indigo and blah, 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 blah. Good quality materials and stuff. But, and then there's Levi's Vintage, where they remake old Levi's using like
Uh-huh.
selvage denim, and they recreate things from the 50s and the 60s.
What's the thing with the numbers? Because 501 was the thing at one point.
Yeah.
So what does that?
501.
What does that mean?
Those are the fits. Like they made different. So the number 501, there is no record of the origin why they named it that,
Uh-huh.
but it is basically their serial number for the fit of jeans. So 501s are the classic, most popular pair. I'd say what people wear the most these days are like 511s. So the rise is shorter, which means like balls to waist
Uh-huh.
is shorter. The legs are tighter and they're like straight leg. 501s give you more room in the seat. So like your ass, you can pull it up to your waist basically. And then there's more room in the thigh and down here. So if you were wearing a pair of boots, you could put your pants over it.
Uh-huh.
Now they make jeans that are boot cut, 517s and like
I used to wear those.
527s. Yeah.
I can't stand skinny jeans, man.
Neither can I, even though it kind of looks like these are 501 STs, which means straight taper, which is tighter in the thigh, but still got that it's not skinny.
I can't
but
do skinny jeans, man.
they're stretchy.
If it's skinny jeans, well, for a while there was a thing about. I remember. I mean, I grew up in France, so fashion is every fucking where.
Right.
And you see dudes walking around with the skinniest jeans.
Fashion.
Yeah, but it's French.
Yeah, French fashion.
We invented it. Shut up.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, yes. But like skinny jeans, Italian shoes, like the pointy Italian shoes.
Oh yeah, pointy loafers.
If you
shit.
ever catch me wearing shoes without socks, that's a weird
gross.
one to me.
That's gross. It's bad
You,
hygiene.
you know the suits, like at every athlete. If you watch any draft,
Mm-hmm.
they got either like a short suit or just a regular suit, but it goes down to the ankle and they have no socks. Maybe they wear those girl socks.
Yeah, it's just cut off above the ankle.
Yeah, and then it's just I can't.
Yeah,
nobody wants to see your ankles, man. I'm saying it's
Put them gay ass ankles away, boy.
No, but
I can smell your ankles from here.
Ugh.
No, I mean So that is a weird look. I agree. I don't know why they do that. If you just brought it down straight to the ankle and then put some dress socks on or something like that, that's a much better look, in my opinion.
Well, now that if you were a stylist before, did you if you walk by people, do you just judge them like this motherfucker got the wrong color? Yeah, I'm like, you can't help it if you were in the business.
And you want to know something even worse?
Look at me and tell me I dress like.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine. The shirt's a little dated, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's an Express shirt.
Exactly, that's my point. Express.
I dress. That's where I get my shit. Honestly, I buy when I go. I don't shop often.
Yeah,
but when I go once a year.
You go to Express.
Yeah, I go to Express.
How long you been going to Express?
I don't know.
Too long.
10 years, maybe?
Yeah. No, Express ended in 2010, man. I hate to break it to you.
Well, I'll keep the company going.
Giving you shit.
No, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. I'll go to Express.
But when I think about Express,
I'm not going to the Buckle or any of those.
Yeah.
Banana Republic.
No.
Macy's.
No. I'm trying to think where, for what you're wearing, what kind of... I'd probably shop at, honestly, just based on what my personal taste is, I'd probably shop at Levi's. Because you could get that outfit at Levi's.
For $600.
No.
I don't know what the prices are.
Not bad. They're not bad unless you're getting the fancy shit. In which case, then you got to really, appreciate what you're wearing. Otherwise, nobody else is going to care except for you.
So how do you go shopping then?
I go to thrift stores. I go
to you go to Goodwill and all that stuff?
More like Pavement or Buffalo Exchange or something like that. And I'm very, very picky. If I go in there, I'll leave with maybe one thing because it's like treasure hunting, right?
No.
And you'll find something that's priced much lower than what the value actually is, and it'll be good quality. So like this shirt right here, this is Vans. This is not adult clothing, but it's cut off. The sleeves are cut off, and I feel like it's got some originality to it. These are Levi's premium. They're not. If you're buying them retail, they're like $90, but I got them like $40 because they were on sale.
Is TJ Maxx legit?
TJ Maxx has some stuff you can get. Yeah, there is some stuff. I wouldn't buy anything from TJ Maxx.
That's why I used to buy my shit when I first moved here.
But dude, TJ Maxx, I'm in a TJ Maxx at least twice a month.
Are you kidding me?
No, I love TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls.
The Rack, what's the Rack one?
Nordstrom Rack. Yeah, Nordstrom Rack is probably most premium on that list there because you're getting designer stuff there.
See, I just don't.
It doesn't matter. You've already locked in your style, and it's not a bad style.
No, I know I'm good.
Yeah,
I know I'm good. Thanks.
Since I'm the authority over here, I mean, Mr. Stylist.
Approved. I'll take it.
You got the bogus seal of approval.
Yes, I will take it. Make it a badge. No, but to me, first of all, I hate shopping.
Yeah.
And I'm on a mission. So I realized a few months ago that I only had 3 pairs of shorts that I've been wearing for years.
Right.
And I'm like, holy fuck, it's 90 degrees out. And I've been in Texas for a long time, and I still only own those 3 pair of shorts.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get some shorts. So I go and I'm like, okay, I like these, and I went to Express. I like these, and I bought 4 different colors of the same shorts. I'm like, I'm not trying to overthink it. I'm not trying. The only thing that I think about when I'm shopping for clothes is what do I already have that would go with that.
Sure.
That should be how you think.
Well, yeah,
right?
you put together outfits in your head.
Yeah, okay, do I have a lot of blue shirts? Do I have a lot of red shirts? Do I wear mostly black, white? If I'm buying this color, what can I go with? What can go with that? What kind of hat do I have? All of that shit. And so, yeah, I'll get I had this polo. I have 5 of these different colors.
Nice.
I'm not trying to, because I walk around until it hits me, but I know I need at least 5 shorts to help me through the summer.
That's probably a much easier way of living. I am so addicted to shopping and getting that new piece to make a bunch of outfits out of that everything in my closet's a little bit different. I got I got too many pairs of pants and shorts, Too many shirts. I have a walk-in closet full. I straight up do. I've got maybe 20 pairs of shoes.
20?
Yeah.
I have maybe 10, but like 5 of those I wear rarely because it's like special occasion shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just
and I
bad
get
at
that.
throwing things away too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I only throw clothes away when I'm moving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I have this shirt that's been at the bottom of this pile that I haven't worn in a long time. Let's give that to. Or actually, my parents used to send clothes to my cousins in Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, like see those pajamas and those sweaters. Like, and I go to on vacation. I see my little cousins wear my shit.
That's crazy.
And my parents like, don't tell them.
They think it's new.
No, I'm kidding. They know it was from us, but
Bunch of 5-year-olds wearing Express.
Oh no, that Ninja Turtle sweaters.
I just imagine like a young you wearing Express still.
No, but I mean,
The
it's
same outfits and everything.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna end up there. They're getting big too. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give you those.
I love it.
If Express is, they don't know what Express is. They're like, oh, this is like, some Gucci level and shit. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's Express.
sure.
It's called Express. I just got my alias membership card. It's just in the mail today.
I love it. I love it. That's cool. I didn't even know they had that.
Yeah, it's like you get the card, and then if you get points, this is reward shit.
Sure.
But like, I mean, look, if you turn into a stylist for comics.
You know, Genevieve asked me to style her, go shopping with her and get her clothes. And I'm like, I'll totally do that. I already know what she's into and how I can dress her based on that. That was my job, Like,
Dude, that would be dope.
I could do it. I could totally do it. But
There's your line of work right there.
it totally could be too. But I also like have a life. So, I got shit
I'm trying to
do.
make money. These comics ain't got no money.
Yeah. I mean, I get $20 for a showcase here or there, but yeah, I'm not fucking thriving off of it. But there's other jobs that I can do too. Like I used to be a tattoo artist for 3 years. I used to sell makeup at Ulta. I was a manager of a makeup store. So, I see a girl with bad eyebrows, I'm gonna let her know. Or like I'm gonna swipe
Bitch, come here. I got my tweezers
Yeah.
in my pocket.
So girls who
plug this
fill in
shit
their
up.
eyebrows, they do it too thick, too dark. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you want to tell them.
I do.
This man has no shame. Look, bitch, come here.
I'm just
let
like,
me
hey,
talk to you for a second.
sweetie.
I used to work at Ulta.
Yeah, I can say this to you as your favorite gay straight guy. You can trust me. I'm not hitting on you and I'm not putting you down. But the raccoon eyes, they gotta stop. Everybody sees it, and everybody doesn't want to say something about it. But I'm gonna. I know how to help you.
You see those girls with the eyelashes that are fucking...
Yeah, the cumbrellas. Yep.
Oh. If your eyes are not pretty, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. Like, it's supposed to accentuate your eye color. Like,
Yeah.
if it really, like, it's... And it's even too much, because your eyes alone should be enough.
Well, you know what the
Now you
fact
got
is, right?
fucking blinders on them.
Girls who have like smaller eyes, right? If
Mhm.
you put something around it that like it's basically like pointing at your eye, it'll make it look bigger. So girls that do the heavy eyeliner or eyeshadow makes their
Yeah.
eyes look bigger and more brighter.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't help everybody.
If they have big tits, it's a great
then
way
don't
to...
even wear makeup,
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, look over here. That's what the thing is.
Girls need to put boob makeup on, right? Like if you put titty shadow on,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
You get the right
That's
kind
a
of
good
attention
trend.
that way.
But the problem would be when they start to motorboat you, you get titty makeup all over your face.
Yeah, but in the moment, you don't care, do you?
Right. Also, we're speaking in hypotheticals. None of this has happened yet.
I bet you someone's done it.
I bet you're
I
right.
bet you.
Kim Kardashian sells body makeup.
Look, if you got big areolas and you decorate them,
Make them smaller.
I will.
Suck that makeup right off of them.
I don't care. I don't care. I like ass too. So what is makeup's gonna do?
You can put makeup on an ass.
Yeah, hey,
I would.
it's probably out there.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, they bleach it, so somebody has a bullseye.
That's true. Put
So-
a little lipstick ring around the butthole. Make it look like a pair of
A
lips.
tattoo and makeup.
I would do it. I would
You would do it?
tattoo. I would tattoo and make up somebody's ass for them.
You've heard it here first, folks.
Hit me up. Hit me up, ladies and gentlemen. I'll
Follow
tattoo
him
and
at
make
Zac
up your
Bogus.
ass.
He will.
It's all right. It's all right. I've had several careers. Maybe I'll make you laugh while I do it. Actually, it's a bad idea if you start to clench up while I'm.
Hey, be like, look, relax. Otherwise, it's gonna look like shit.
It
literally.
is. Well, it's gonna look like shit later. You know, it's your asshole. So
Exactly. It's like, look,
Yeah.
whether you're into anal sex or not, this is gonna be part of your body.
You know what they say? If it looks like shit, if it tastes like shit, maybe it's an asshole.
True, with makeup on.
Yeah. Hey, can I use the bathroom? I'm sorry to cut like halfway through here.
All right, I'll pause. Actually,
Okay.
no, go ahead. I'll just
Okay.
talk to myself
Yeah,
for a
yeah, yeah.
minute.
I'll be right back.
I'll talk to myself. Man, we're learning a lot. This man has like 25 lives and he's only 25. Ain't that a bitch? Makes me feel kind of lazy. That way. It makes me feel kind of lazy. I'm like, what have I done in 39? Yeah, I'm 39, in case you don't know that. But anyway, that's pretty dope. There'd be a lot of money in styling comics. Because here's the thing, though. We live in Texas. And Texas, because it's hot year-round, people don't, guys especially, actually even girls, I would say, don't really have a sense of fashion because everything is just convenient and comfortable. So people wear flip-flops year-round, sometime with the sandal with the sock, or khaki shorts, a Longhorn shirt that you have like 5 that you rotate all year long, and a hat. And so there's not even a how you call it, like special occasion type shit. So the same outfit that you wear to go to work because you work at a cool company at Google or whatever, you walk in with your flip flop and your cargo shorts, and you do your job. And after that, you go catch the game with your buddies, or you go to a bar, or you go to a restaurant, and then you end up at a club and you dress the exact same way. So it's like, how do you ever look fancy? It's weird to me. It really is. Welcome back. How did it feel? Better?
Man, I feel so much better. Sorry.
Good for you. So I was saying that because this is Texas, people don't put that much effort into their look because it's hot year round. So you're always rocking cargo shorts, flip flops, and that's how you dress for everything, for work, for going out,
Sure.
for going to the game, going to see your friends, going to see your like it's always that's it.
Right.
And you like it was weird for me. Actually, my dad told me because my dad was like, "Yo, where I'm from, you dress to go to work." Like there's some companies here. The company I used to work for 12 years was like, "Yeah, I need you to put on some slacks and
Sure.
and the dress shirt." I'm like, "But our clients are in Louisiana. We go there once a year."
Right.
And it's like, that's not the point. The point is you come into work.
You need to look good.
You look good. Nobody's coming in the office. Nobody comes into office. There's 3 of us.
Okay.
But we still you have to wear nice shoes, slacks, like dress pants, and a shirt.
Sure. Absolutely. And tuck that motherfucker in. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But here, especially now where every company is like, yeah, come in your shorts and your flip-flops. Like you just got out of bed, brush your teeth, and it came to work. That's the look. And you're like, so you don't, and girls do it too.
Absolutely. But you know what? I think that is a good idea. I think if you're working all day, you should be as comfortable as possible, unless you need to do like constant meetings and interviews with people. But the thing is, like, when you had to dress up for work, you're more inclined to dress lazy later because you don't want to dress up for every occasion. Like if you're just like this right here, I have comfortable clothes at home, right? I have like Adidas track pants that I wear that are
Sure.
5 years old, and a bunch of loose T-shirts that I like to chill in, and maybe I'll go to the grocery store in them, or I'll wear my fucking Birkenstocks or something chill. Like I don't care about my look, but I'd rather not have to wear a uniform to work and be able to dress up when I go out to enjoy something.
Sure. If you make that distinction, yes. But if the same shit you had on when you were at work, you wear when you go on a date or when you go to look, even
No pussy for you.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
yes. Even pajamas.
Yeah.
Like there is such thing as pajamas,
Right.
right?
I call it naked. Because I don't have pajamas. I just
Yeah,
look
no.
naked.
I get it, but I'm saying okay, but you make that you're not going to work naked, so you make that distinction, whatever that is.
Depends on what your job is.
Oh, that's true.
Prostitutes,
That's true. That is true.
basically naked, right?
Yeah, it is a job.
It, it is.
It is a job.
It's
But
a job, and I'm hiring ladies.
but you're separating. This is why I look when I'm going to bed. This is what I look like when I hanging around at the house. It's what I dress like when I go see my friends, when I go on a date, when I go to work, when I go to movie theater, when I go to a comedy show. Like it's. I'm not saying you got to have an outfit for everything. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But if you make that distinction at least maybe twice a day, like don't go to bed in your cargo. Don't go to sleep in your cargo shorts
Sure.
and your khaki shorts.
Right.
No.
No, just don't. Unless you're really drunk. In which case,
Then it's
just
not your
go
fault.
to bed.
Then
you
it's
know?
not. Then it's not your fault.
Some people just need to go to bed. You know.
You're a heavy drinker. I don't think I've ever seen you like fucked up. I mean, maybe.
maybe.
Or I didn't know.
So yeah, you probably wouldn't know. Like I feel like I'm. I have been drinking a lot lately. This summer.
It comes with the job, man.
It also comes with Texas. Like Texas, everybody.
Oh no, we're good here.
Yeah.
No, this is an Austin thing.
Is it?
We had we had like more bars per capita.
Yeah.
I mean, before all this shit closed
Yeah.
on 6th Street,
Mhm.
we had more bars per capita than any other city in Texas. Some crazy number, like
It
some crazy
shows.
stats. Yes,
Yeah.
because like I remember going down to 6th Street in my shit. I was 18, even before 18, and it was 7 days a week, 7
Yeah.
nights a week, and you go in. Oh, $1 you call it. $1 Long Island iced tea, and they were like tall glasses.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we do a quarter of whatever.
There's still deals like that out here.
Yeah,
too.
but I mean, it's like, yeah, it's cheap. So, here's what happened to me last. I gotta tell you this. So, it was after the Dice Clay show.
Okay. It's like recent.
Yeah, it was just last Saturday. Go see Dice. Walk out. It's me, one dude, and 2 girls. This guy walks across and finds us and go, hey.
The guy who slashed his throat? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Okay, never mind.
No, that happened?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I don't. No, not him. No, but it's like, yo, I own this bar. You guys were, first round on me, and I'm like, first of all, you buying these ladies drinks, not us. Let's be honest.
Right.
You didn't walk all the way up here to get us. You
No
came to
gay
get-
bars on 6th Street.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, and I said, yeah, I know how this shit works. I know the game. He goes, well, I'll buy you guys drinks too. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care, man.
Yeah.
And then we go in there, and it's like, it was Wells' drink.
Of course it is.
I knew it was,
Right.
but he made it look like he was doing us a favor.
Right.
Like, hey,
bringing
come
the
to the
party to you.
yeah, I got these 2 hot girls are gonna go in and they're gonna stick around. We didn't, but the thing is, it's like, you're getting shitty ass drinks on 6th Street, and for cheap. I'm sure the drinks were like nothing, like $3, maybe less than that.
Probably.
So you can really get fucked up with $10.
You sure can. And if you do it the way that I do it, you just flirt your way into bars with like the bartenders. Honestly, like I what I do, and it's only with guy bartenders, is I talk to them about like 6th Street, or like, because I used to work on 6th Street, so
Yeah.
I'd go into like, I don't know, Peckerheads or Poor Choices or something,
Sure.
and I'd like any of the guy bartenders, I'd be like, these fucking people, man, all these fucking people suck, and I'd just be cracking jokes with them and stuff. So it'd be like my straight guy flirting, right?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what do you want? What do you want to drink? And I'd be like, give me a shot of JMO. Jameson, pickleback chaser.
Yeah.
And they usually would. Like there were like 3 bars around where I worked on 6th Street that would just hook me up anytime. So I'd like leave my job in the middle of my shift if I was stressed out, and I just bounce to the 3 of those bars, get 3 shots, and get right back.
All right, let me tell you how I did it.
Tell me.
So we used to follow the bartender,
Okay.
because
Like stalk him?
no. It was like, there is a whole community of bartenders. They all knew each other. We all knew them
Yeah.
because they knew that when we came up. When I say we, I mean, I don't want to say me and my crew, because I hate the word crew, but like me, the people that I hang with, when
Yeah.
we show up, well, it's always a good time. And we never asked for a hookup, but because they would going from working from at this bar to another one, we'd go wherever they went.
Sure.
And we'd come back like, yo, what's up? And they're like, oh shit, how you been? Blah, blah, blah. And then they hook us up. But my personal technique, and I'm giving away secret. I mean, I'm old now, so it's not like I do that anymore. But you know what goes a long way is if you go to a bar when it's empty.
Okay.
You go to an empty bar. There's nobody in there but you and the staff. You sit at the bar and you talk to the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell him, this is what I drink.
Right.
At the time I was a Captain Morgan and Coke guy.
Okay.
It's like this is or before that I was a Coke and OJ guy. And all the bartenders knew that's what I drank.
Coke and OJ.
This is delicious. Looks like mud. Looks horrible, but tastes delicious.
Sounds awful.
With lime. It's really good. Really good. Try it one day. It's really good.
With no alcohol?
No, I didn't drink back then. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, of course you could give that.
It was a mix. It was a mix I did when I was a kid. I'm like, and I was like, I'm gonna prank these fuckers to see if they do it, and they did. And I had bartenders who knew, oh, Back is here, Captain Coke and OJ, boom. And then when I upgraded to Captain Morgan and Coke, like, oh shit, Back is all grown now. But you go to empty bar and you go, this is first time. Hey, how you doing? My name is blah blah blah. This is what I drink, and then you tip them. And you do that maybe 2 or 3 times.
Sure.
And you always order from the same bartender. Don't fuck around and order from another one. If another one shows up and goes, hey, can I help you? They're like, no. She or he got it. Always order from the same person all night long.
Mm-hmm.
And if you only drink one thing and it's simple, the next time you show up and they know, I used to go to the W hotel, and there could be like 2 lines of people in front of me at the bar. I'm in the back. I just raise my hand, and my drink would be ready.
Wow.
It's little things like because they
appreciate your company.
Exactly, and it's like they're not my best friends, you know, but they appreciate the fact that I treat them like a human being. I don't snap at them. I don't shake my empty glass. You know, I don't slap the bar. I don't do any of that shit.
Right.
And I actually know him personally. It's like, hey, Ashley, you know what I drink, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I got my people here. And I can't stand people who stand at the bar and are not either ordering or closing their tab.
Sure.
I can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
So
they just hang out, hog the bar.
I know it's a thing to do, but no. I hated that shit. And I'm not a heavy drinker. So like, they knew, and I always tip because I'm trying to reverse the stereotype that black people don't tip. I'm only one man. There's only so much I can do.
You're a superhero, Back.
I try. But now I'm putting my jersey in the rafters. I'm giving away my secret, and it works for door guys too.
Your secret is be nice, basically.
No, I mean it's not even a secret.
Just show up and be nice to a bartender if there's nobody else there. But no, you're right. That's absolutely true. And coming firsthand from somebody who worked on 6th Street at a bar, not as a bartender. Like I kind of learned that trick too. I'm just nice to everybody on my street, and they're nice in return.
Yeah, but if you go a little bit above and beyond, I would walk by a bar where I knew the door guy, and even if I didn't go in the club, I would still say hi.
Right.
Like I was saying earlier, you acknowledge somebody you know.
Yeah.
And they go, oh yeah, every time this dude walks by, he says hi to me. So next time I show up, I'm skipping the fucking line.
Make them feel appreciated.
During South by, yo, I would carry gum and water and protein bars.
Wow.
And I would go like, oh, private party, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh man, I can't here. I got a protein bar for you. Cool, come on in.
That's dope.
It's little things like that that go a long way, but they're so used to. People don't see the other side of working, being in the service industry, whether it's a bar back or a server and any of that stuff. But they're so used, and you can attest to that. They're so used to being treated like shit.
Oh yeah.
That you're like, when someone comes around and goes, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Here's a pack of gum. Here's some cigarettes. And you don't even ask for anything. You don't go, oh, if I give you this, you're going to let me in. You don't even say that. But you're so not used to it that, one, you remember their name, even if your name's John. And you remember their face. And next time you're, oh, cool, man. Good to see you. Come on in.
Yeah. Totally.
I didn't know anybody that worked at Vulcan.
Until recently?
Yeah. And I used to go to Vulcan.
Back when it was just like music, right?
Yeah, I've thrown events at Vulcan. And when comedy took over, I mean, I met Brandon I had met Nick a long time ago, but I don't think you remember my face. But as far as
He's a
people,
great guy.
I heard. I don't know. I can't say that I know him. So, but as far as the people who work the door, it was like either comics that I've seen around, but it's like if I come up, I'm gonna say hi to you.
And that that's cool. I like that it became more of a social thing for you because I started working there. I think I was the first comedian door guy. They wanted comedians there. I was the chaperone, right? Because when Brandon doesn't work at Vulcan. He does Big Laugh. So when Big Laugh did events there, he would be the person who talked to the comedians because none of the people who worked at Vulcan, none of the management, it was I don't need to list names. They didn't really know comedians like that.
Yeah.
So I got hired on as a door guy, and I was sort of like the chaperone between comedians. When they'd be there, I'd be like, "What do you need?"
Sure.
Because as a comedian, as a producer of a comedy podcast, it's like it only makes sense for somebody to be that middleman there.
Sure.
I was getting paid like a door guy, but I was doing a lot more work. And then I hired on a bunch of other comedian door guys. So they all get it now. And if they're talking nice to the comics that are playing in the club, the comics are going to want to be there. We do, Kill Tony there. Now there's every open micer in Austin hanging out.
Yeah.
They need to know that the door guys are them, like they are, equal playing field. So that's a good thing. That's special to hear that like now you can have that relationship, and it's a lot different too. I mean, I'm sure Creek in the Cave is a similar vibe. All of the people there are comics, but Vulcan, their staff needs to be social with comics. That's very important for them.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure they appreciate just being there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just you get to see a show. I mean, come on, you're walking around, but you can hear the shit happening.
And you're making relationships with all of these super talented people that you aspire to be.
Don't act like your shit don't stink though.
Right. Well, I know, and then I know exactly who you're talking about.
No, I don't. I'm saying that as a general.
Yeah.
No, I really don't know. I really don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's just pretend like I never said anything. But they're
you're on a podcast. You realize?
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know what I just had a brain aneurysm. That's what that was. The people at Vulcan are great. People at Creek and Cave are great. You need to make sure that you're not doing ego games with the people around you. Yeah. And that is the most important thing at a comedy club. And I think I lost touch in that for a little while when I worked there. I think a lot of people told me that my personality was off-putting for a little bit. And I think it was just because I was so anxious. But
maybe
I had not realized that, and I did a bunch of other shit too that made me look kind of crazy.
You know what? You know what? I met you as a door guy, not as a comic. But I figured that because you were in there, that you were also doing comedy.
Right.
But I don't think there was ever like officially, hey, my name is Back, my name is Zach,
right,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I've seen your face. I go by association. If you're cool with so and so, and I'm cool with so and so, then you got to be cool too. Otherwise, so and so is an asshole.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
This is how I operate. I'm like I rarely, and this is Austin too. Austin has a 2-degree separation.
Totally.
Like you can meet somebody and like, hey, let me introduce you to so and so. Oh, I know this motherfucker. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So by association, if you're cool with that person, then I'm
Trust
fine.
their judgment of character.
Exactly. So, it's really just me going, oh yeah, well, you're the door guy. And I gotta say hi to the door guy. I have to acknowledge the power of the door guy and the amount of influence the door guy has on my ability to enter or no. But I'm not off-putting, so I'm like, oh yeah, what's up, man? And then be on my way. I'm not asking anything.
And for most people, it's not a problem. Now, there are comics out there with egos, and a lot of people, maybe it's not natural, but they'll like push it for digging into a character or whatever. And firsthand as a door guy, I've had to deal with people like assuming that they
expect shit from you,
or they think that they're above what, like, so for instance, right, Kill Tony, we, with the space that we're dealt with, we had to corral all of the comics into those corners.
What's that holding cell you got going on in the right? Is that what that is?
The right and the left of the door.
I saw that.
It's like we put them all behind a barricade because where else are we gonna put them?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least at Antone's, there was the room or something, right?
We did that for like the last few weeks, maybe a month of being at Antone's, and that was a blessing that they would put like a staff member up there to watch because I didn't work for Antone's. I just produced Kill Tony.
Okay.
But yeah, I would literally in between each comic, I'd go up the stairs, go to the comic holding group, and be like, "Hey, you guys good?" Back down the stairs through the audience, and then just make laps. I never stayed in one place. And same thing with Vulcan. I would just make laps the entire time. But at Vulcan, because there is a capacity and we sell out almost every single time, there's no place for us to put comics. There's no like open area, and it's tight. Vulcan's tight. So I know they don't because they don't really trust the fact that if a comic will go across the room to use the bathroom and come back. Because they would go to the bathroom and then hide in a corner somewhere and try to watch.
Yeah, okay.
They don't let them use the bathroom, and they don't let them go to the bar. So, and
it's a holding cell.
Yeah, well, they can leave the building if they want.
Well, yeah, of course. They're there for a reason.
Risk the opportunity of missing your spot.
I get it.
Go to the bar next door. You can go literally anywhere. Just if you're in Vulcan and you didn't buy a ticket, you can't go to the you can't leave that area. I don't know if it's still the same because I haven't been there in a month and a half, but that's the way that it was. And I know that there were some comics that were upset about that. There were also some comics that did not respect the fact that the door guys were doing their job and they couldn't let them go, so they would just sneak out, go upstairs, try to go in the green room, try to like do things because they thought they were above it.
No. See, you don't assume shit.
There's a lot of people.
I'm not. It happens.
People like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it happens in every industry. You try to like hustle your way,
and it's ego too. You know,
it is.
As a comic, ego is for a lot. It's easily fragile. A lot of people don't like to be told that they can't do things, or they feel like they need to force.
It's common fucking sense.
You think so, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a reasonable guy.
You don't steal respect, you earn it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I remember the first time that I was there, that first booking that Big Laugh did, when it was Tony, it was Joe Rogan, and Ron White.
Oh yeah.
That was in November. That was like, I think that was Tony's first show.
Wow.
One of his first shows.
Yeah, I mean, he came out here to visit. I don't think he moved here until December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I talked to him after that, and I said, "So you moving here?" He goes, "I don't know yet." The next thing you know, he's here in a month.
Right.
But it wasn't official yet. But that was like a dope lineup, and I had bought tickets, and I always tell Brandon, I'm like, "Look, I'm here to support. Like I'm a fan first, so I will buy a fucking ticket.
Sure.
I'll go, and I've always had comments go. I've had people go, "You bought a ticket to this?" I'm like, yeah, Crick in the Cave, same thing. Like I'm gonna go to a show. I don't expect to get in free because I'm a comic.
Right.
Well,
there's a respect thing.
Like
there
granted that, yes, I can afford it. So that's another topic. But I don't expect drinks to be free. I tip. The other Zac I know is the Zac at Crick in the Cave.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the bartender.
Yeah, Zac's the shit.
Great guy.
Yeah, Zac's the shit. So, and I don't. If you start assuming things, and if you come across, especially when you're talking to people who've been in the business for a long time, I mean, no matter the business, whether it's comedy, it's music, it's acting or whatever, and then you already have an ego walking up to them, they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Right.
Who the fuck are you?
Absolutely. I totally agree. And I think, it is a weird social hierarchy too, to think that you're above paying for a ticket, to think that you can like get in somewhere like, you're like,
or just hang out with the headliner.
Yeah. I mean, my policy personally, right? I don't go in the green room unless somebody asks me to be in there or I'm on that show.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're not going to find me in there like just being like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
Someone asked me, how do you, and I'm tooting my own horn. I'm dropping names here. But someone asked me, like, how do you get to hang out with these professional comics? And because I've hung out, I mean, Godfrey calls me when he comes to town. I hung out with Paul Verzi when he was here.
He's great.
Brett Ernst, got to hang out with him too out of the Romo room. But I went to see him 3 times.
Right.
But I wanted to see him 3 times. You see what I mean?
Sure.
And I walked up to him, was like, yeah, what's up? And we just started shooting, not about comedy, just started shooting the shit. And then next thing you know, just me and him, and we end up going to the bar at Rock Rose. You know, Sean Patton, same thing. And like, so how do you do that? I'm just not a dick.
Right.
There's no ego when I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to you like a human being. Like I'm not asking you for advice on comedy.
Exactly.
I'm not asking you how to write a joke.
You're not asking for anything.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm
That's
literally just talking.
And you
And
know
I'm not schmoozing anything. I'm really not.
And that mentality is the same thing that got me my spot on Kill Tony. Because the thing is, like, all of these comedians, everybody wants something from them. They want their time.
Yep.
They want a photo. They want to take them away from whatever they're focusing on. And nobody's offering them anything. So for me, I was like, you know, I didn't ask for an internship. I said, hey, I just got let go from my job. I'm going to be here at the Comedy Store watching from the patio because they weren't letting people in the building.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys need a stagehand, I will do it for free. I'm a big fan of the show. I'm not crazy. If you guys need me, let me know. And then the next week they were like, yeah, were you serious about that? We'd love to have you like help out, and led to me being the producer. Just because I offered something instead of asking for something. Everybody's always asking for something.
Yeah.
You never
I didn't
wanna
offer
be
shit.
that person. Well, no, it's what you offered. It's not that you literally offered something, but you offered like the trust that you're not a crazy person and that you
Paul told me
giving them support.
Well, you know what Paul told me?
Huh.
So I when he said he was coming to Austin, I went on Instagram, was like, yeah, I'm getting tickets. And there was like maybe like 10 comments. I was like number 7 or something. And then I came to the show by myself. And right after the show, I think I was talking to Brandon, and he walked up to Brandon and he was like, yo, is there any place where I can get a cigar? And I said, first of all, I went up to him and I said, hey, dope show. I didn't ask for a picture. I said, yo, that's new shit. That shit was funny. And he told me, yeah, I was looking at you like from the corner of my eye. You were laughing and everything. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan. I came here by myself. Like, he's like, you came here by yourself? Like, no date, nothing? And I'm like, no. I just came to see a show. I told on Instagram, you liked my comment. Like, yeah, I said that I was coming to see the show, and here I am. Like I said, I was going to. And then they were in a green room, and he asked me, yeah, where can I get a cigar? And I started look things up. And he said, well, when you know, let me know. And I knocked on the green room door, and it was him and Nick and Brandon and I think Hassan or something. Yeah, yeah. And then we started talking, and he was like, yo, I need to get something to eat and then grab a cigar. And it was the weekend of the biker rally.
Oh,
it was that weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah, it was that Friday.
Ooh, some parties end in blood.
Yes. it was that weekend. And I just walked with him all the way to Alcyon and went to surf to Lavaca Street Bar, get some food.
Damn, you guys went far, huh?
We talk hip hop, we talk sports, we talk comedy. It was mostly him talking. We were sticking it in, and then I was like, yo, I don't even smoke cigar, but Alcyon's around the corner, get some cigar. Yeah. And then we just kicked it. And then I had him try this liqueur that I'm a fan of called Amarula.
Oh, yeah.
You know Amarula?
Uh-huh.
Yes. I always have a bottle if you want. So I'm going to drink after this. And he's like, yo, Stacy, she loves Amarula. I mean, she loves liqueur. And we used to never heard of this shit. And I'm like, I'm going to get you a bottle.
That's cool.
And I came the next day. I ran into him again. I saw the Questlove show. I was like, here's your bottle. I said, I'll get you a bottle. I'll get you a bottle. And that was it.
Dope, dude.
So it's like I didn't ask for shit, but
you were just being a friend. It's amazing how far being friendly can get you these days.
Isn't that a crazy concept?
Yeah, apparently, dude. You wouldn't, you'd think just being like a good person, right?
Fucking egos.
Yeah, it's like, what are other people doing for me?
Are you going to Skankfest?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. My roommate is co-owner of the secret group where they're doing Skank.
Oh, really?
So I'm definitely gonna be there.
I will see you there.
Hell yeah, bro.
I was scared at first because I bought my ticket last year, and I didn't know if it still worked because they went on sale and everything.
Right.
And I emailed, I was like, "Is my ticket still work?" And I wasn't hearing back. I'm like, "Fuck, they sold out so quickly."
Right.
And I look at the lineup. I'm like, "Holy fuck, I have to be there."
You got it, dude. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. So I already booked my hotel. I'm like 3 blocks down from the venue. And yes, it's out. Shit.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm hype on it. Hopefully, I think I already got a spot to stay, just based off of the people I know.
Yeah, you ain't stay with my king size bedroom. I'm sorry.
I'll sleep on the ground, man.
No,
I'm
no.
not against it. In the hallway, maybe?
I'm on a mission. No, outside the door. Yeah, you can do
cool.
anything you want.
Deal.
Anything you want. But I'm like,
I'll
no.
bring the Amarillo.
I'm gonna be nice. No, I have a bottle already. Thank you. No, but I like that kind of shit because comics are so approachable by nature.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, most of them. I mean, of course, if Eddie Murphy's next to you, you're not gonna budge.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how.
Tony Hinchcliffe energy though. Like he's kind of like sharp and he'll get you.
Yeah.
People are scared to talk to him sometimes.
To Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's so fucking quick.
He's sharp.
The other night he was like, "Back, why don't you call me, man, so we can hang out and everything." I'm like, "Look, man, I've texted you." He's like, "Don't call me, text me." And I'm like, I have. I'm not gonna keep texting you.
Right.
I'm not gonna be that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep texting you. So it's on you. And then the other night it was like, I forgot what I told him. And I said, "Well, what are you doing tomorrow?" And he goes, "I don't know. I'm busy tomorrow. It's already midnight."
Right.
I'm like, "All right, well, never mind then. Fuck it."
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna try and force anything.
He's a busy man.
No, I get it. But like we've hung out before, during Moon Tower, and then that when he did Kill Tony at Cap City a couple of years ago. But anyway, it's like you don't. If you're forcing it or you're hovering or you're doing any of that kind of stuff, that's with any celebrity.
Right.
And Austin doesn't do that. That's the thing. I don't know how it is in LA or New York.
Oh, it's in LA. It's definitely you get a lot of hovering, and I mean even in Austin, there's less, but there's still, like let's just say, the after party for Kill Tony, right? Mondays, when Kill Tony ends at not the Comedy Store at Vulcan,
the band?
Nether Hour plays.
Yeah, I saw that last time. Yeah.
And the upstairs turns into the green room.
Okay.
They kick out everybody who isn't a +1, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then CM Smokehouse caters. You get cake from Shazy. It's like a fun hang. It's like the ideal end to one of those shows that usually goes until like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And you're not there unless somebody brought you there. It's like a special place to be. It's really nice.
I didn't know they did that.
They do. And you clearly would be one of those people if you were hanging out at Kill Tony. But there are a lot of people who will sneak their way up there who weren't invited, and then they do the creepy thing where they stare or they like sit at a table by themselves and they're just like,
How can I get in there?
Right. And it's just it's like, come on, man, don't do that. It's not.
I would hope someone
what you want to look like.
I hope someone calls him out.
Oh, that would be me.
All right, man. What are you doing here? You got lost. Doors that way.
That's the thing with the Vulcan door guys at the end of that show. He's part of our job is to make sure that the people who are up there were,
supposed
friends
to be
with the owners or friends with Tony or Red Band or whatever. So we would have to vet, and it's not a nice thing to do. It's not fun to be like, who are you here with, man? You got to go, But there's a lot of people up there that do that. Most of them are comics, but
I get it. I saw one. I'm not gonna name names because I think he's a good guy, and I was talking to Sean Patton at the Creek and Cave, like in the back, outside, and he walked up and he started talking about how do you write it? What's your writing thing? Because this is how I do it. It's like I stare at what did he say? Like I stare at a wall and try to figure out it's funny. I don't know, but he went into this whole thing, and I'm looking at Sean the whole time. His face, and I'm like, why did you, of all things, like, why? And Sean was thinking the exact same thing. So after he left, Sean was like, "The fuck was that?"
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, come on. You saw that coming from a mile away.
Right. You got to be used to that now.
Exactly. Especially even Godfrey told me the same thing. When he comes to town, we hung out like all weekend long. Took him to Buc-ee's and everything.
Gave him the true Texas experience.
Oh yeah.
I love Buc-ee's, dude.
But he told me, he's like, yo, I'm trying to hang with this chick, and she told me that she has a cousin who's starting into comedy and wants some advice. And then he goes, that bitch is hot. But I'm not hanging out with her and her cousin.
Yeah.
I'm not, just because of that. Just because he's trying to bring around her cousin who's trying to start comedy, I am not hanging out with her. I'm fine with some other girl. No way. I'm not doing that.
No, God. Nobody wants to. Okay, so that's the thing, man. People don't get. New comics want to talk shop, right? They want to talk about comedy with other comedians. This is how I write. Every morning when I wake up, I watch 1 hour of comedy, then I write for 2 hours. Like, nobody wants to hear about that.
You know what?
When you're at a show,
I was usually I do a PSA before we start recording. I tell comics, let's not talk about that.
yeah,
But I'm glad I didn't have to tell you. I'm glad I didn't have to tell you.
it gets so old so fast.
I can't. This is how. Well, and the other thing, and we'll close that parenthesis because that's what struck me the most, and I've brought this up many times on this podcast, and every guest that I've had has confirmed that it's the most annoying shit ever. Is when they can't turn the funny off.
Yeah, right.
And
Somebody's trying too hard all the time.
Yeah, it's like who are you? Because it's there's no. Not every word out of your mouth has to be a joke.
Right.
And believe it or not, actually I do. I really believe it. Well, let's see. I'm about to say some crazy shit right now.
Say some crazy shit.
All right,
dude.
it's my fucking show. I think that as black people, we have a need to be funny.
That's racist.
No, I'm black. I can say it.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad for calling you racist.
Yeah, offended my ass.
Maybe that's racist of me.
Yeah. Stay far away from me. Still in my apartment. No, but like it's like you can't. I really think that there's something about black folks that you have a need just to survive. Like when you're grow up in the big family and you want to stand out. Yeah, I mean you go to barbershop, it's all jokes. Like I think it's part of the black culture to be funny. I mean the biggest comics in the world are Chappelle, Hart, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. I mean the list goes on and on.
Sure.
Right? So these are people that they're funny, but they were funny every day regardless.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And and in a way it's always been like how they express themselves. And so there's something about when you talk to a black comic, especially if it's black to black, like me talking to another black comic, they always gotta have that ha 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 thing, and I'm like, okay, I mean, shit, can we talk like
humans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's exhausting because I'm like, you don't have to put that on all the time,
Right.
and don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a black or white thing. The reason why I know you're not saying anything right now because you're not allowed to. But the reason why I make this distinction is because it is, I think it is part of, it's so ingrained in black culture to be funny all the time.
Okay.
That sometimes it's hard to turn it off, to actually have a serious conversation. Talk to Joe Barksdale about that. Joe can go from being funny to like, all right, let me talk to you about
Total
mental
serious.
health.
Yeah.
Like seriously. And I love that about him. But it's like you don't always have to, not always in the barbershop.
Right.
If we're talking music or we're talking about other things, then there's not always a joke in the punchline after every word. And you're trying to you're trying to out joke the person who talked right before you all the time. Like we're not always roasting.
You can let your guard down and be a human for a
Yeah, you don't have to roast 24/7.
Right.
And it gets exhausting.
It sure does.
And I appreciate the people who actually like, hey, yeah, let me see your Spotify playlist. Let's talk about that.
It's easier said than done though, because it's like, to play the devil's advocate here. when I do a showcase and somebody comes up to me afterwards and they're like, "You were really funny. I loved this part of your joke, whatever, whatever," and they want to have a conversation with you as a, I don't know, fan or just somebody who's just meeting you for the first time, you feel like you're kind of still performing. You know, it's like if you're talking to another comic, you shouldn't feel the need to impress them.
Right.
Your peers, right?
Uh-huh.
But it is hard to let your guard down.
Uh-huh.
Coming from a white comic.
Sure.
You know, like most of the people who talk to me after the show or
You mean
whatever,
like audience members?
yeah,
Okay.
it still kind of feels like you're in character mode, you know, like you're
You
like,
think so?
for me, it's difficult to because I don't want to disappoint them or make them.
You've already done your show. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Put it this way. Within the if you talk, let's say you talk to me for an hour.
Yeah,
If let's say the first 10 minutes you're still in joke mode, but then it starts like you get to know them more.
it's exhausting if you're holding it up that entire time.
I talked to this couple.
Yeah,
There's a showcase I did at the Roma Room. I talked to this couple for 2.5 hours
damn.
after
dude.
the show, and I thought they'd go and invite me for a threesome. It never happened.
Fuck.
I'm kidding. No. But it was interesting because they came to me, and they were like, I know they laughed at my set, and then they're like, "Yo, you know, it's hard for me. It's hard to make." The husband was like, "It's hard to make her laugh." You know, she's a real estate agent, blah blah blah. But she loved it. Like and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I would love to be your agent." I'm like, "Whoa, okay, slow down." And then started telling me about her family, and the dude used to be a racist, but it's not anymore.
Oh wow.
And she changed him, and he had kids, and she had her kids, so they merged their families.
Wow.
One kid is a total fuck up. The other one, and I'm
You learned a lot about them.
Yeah, I really did. I got their phone number and everything. Like, oh, let me know next time you go, you performing. I would love to come. I haven't performed since, but that's not the point. But I'm interested. I'm interested in humans and their stories, and so I can crack jokes here and there, and then they'll try to do that too.
Right.
Yeah, they'll try to do that, and I'm
impress
not knocking that. I'm like, I get it. This is the context we're in right now. You just saw a comedy show. I just performed at a comedy show, so it's still a little bit in comedy mode where you're not trying to like give me jokes to tell or anything like that, but you're still trying to be funny. And I get that. But I think that what's interesting to me and why I kept talking to them was that their story was so fucking interesting that I was like, oh shit, I want to know more. And then they kept asking me about, so it was their first show. Like they went on the date. They didn't even know they were going to go see comedy.
Wow.
And then they're like, yeah, we just stumbled into this thing. And then this is date night, blah, blah, blah. We'll live in Cedar Park, whatever. And they're like, oh, yeah, now I'm going to go. Where else can I go? And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, thanks for supporting comedy. There's this. Every 5 minutes, I would say, hey, there's a lot of comedy out there. Go check this out. Follow this and this person, blah, 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 blah. And that's how you connect.
Right.
I didn't they're like, oh, well, I want to be your agent. And next time you go to a show, next time you perform I want to come see you. I'm like, first of all, I don't know when that's going to happen.
Right.
And second, there's other people who are way funnier than I am that you should go and check out.
Totally.
You see what I mean? So, but I was so fascinated by their story that I wanted to know more. You ended up talking for 2.5 hours after the show.
That's crazy. I don't
Crazy in the way.
crazy in the way I'm like, wow, I would not have the patience.
Oh, it was a good story.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
If they're interesting people, maybe. But yeah.
Hey, there was maybe a girl wanted to fuck me and I totally missed out.
That too. Maybe you were just thinking about getting some sweet, sweet puss the entire time,
But that couple was like, come on, man, threesome. She looks hot as hell.
Fuck. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. That could have been a lot of fun.
You know what? I got a good story out of it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And you had an interesting conversation.
And that's
what life is all about.
It is. And you come out of a pandemic where you're by yourself, you don't talk to a lot of people, and then you go, oh, I get to talk to people. Holy shit.
Right.
It was a one-way street for 10 minutes when I'm on stage, and now I'm like, oh shit, come on, let's talk.
Yeah.
And you're interesting on top of that? Fuck yeah.
You already know they like you, so what's the problem in having a
Exactly. So now I have to like them, and I like them because they had a cool story to tell.
Wow. Relationships being made left and right.
It's not that hard.
But not hard for everybody.
You have social anxiety?
I got terrible social anxiety, dude. But I deal with it in a like it used to be way worse.
Uh-huh.
You know, like it used to be crippling social anxiety.
Wait, give me an example. Give me a setting.
Let's for me, I guess community college. I was going to school for graphic design, trying to make my art into something I could sell, and I could not hold conversations with my classmates. I was so anxious about myself, especially in a class where you're doing art in something that's kind of personal and expression. I felt vulnerable, like I was going to be judged. So, like, you know, I could talk to them while we were in class, but I did not want to associate with any of them. With women, what I'm saying is basically I'm insecure. The social anxiety comes from insecurity.
You got some game.
Well, now I do.
BetterHelp.com, y'all.
BetterHelp.com. That's a plug. Use code BOGUS and
Or code FeedBak, please.
code
God damn it, shit.
FeedBak. Yeah,
Right,
I don't have a podcast, so you know, not yet. But no. Comedy kind of changed the game for me. Now my social anxiety is an aftermath thing. When I leave an event, I have a lot of like weird feelings about it.
About what just happened or the people you ran into?
Yeah, well, I get exhausted. That's one. Like I can go out and do it for a long time. But at the end of the day, there's like this whole like, oh, you know, like it takes a lot from my brain. It does feel performative at times, but that's just because of you know, I guess it's social anxiety. You know, it's just it's taxing on my head. Now I'm addicted to it. I love it when I'm doing it. I love it, and I do get the sense of satisfaction. And beyond that, I build relationships with people, and it's healthy and it does a lot for life. But I do get like very tired after hanging out for a long time with people, especially people I don't know. Like,
wait, it's not a comic thing. Hang out with comics, it's anybody.
It's anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But with comics, is it even more or is it less, you think?
It depends on the people. Like, there's a lot of comics who love me and support me, and I don't feel like they're talking about me or that I fucked up and did something
if only
embarrassing.
you knew.
Oh, I know. Oh, trust me, I know.
I'm not into the gossip shit, honestly. I could care less.
Yeah, and that makes you a great person because most of these fucking comics, dude, not most of them, some of them, a lot.
There's always going to be, those exist anywhere.
There's a handful.
I'm sure. I don't know them. And honestly, I don't
have
give
a
a
list
fuck.
in my joke book. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
I want to see that off air.
There was that point in time, right, when Tony, my former boss, was being canceled, right?
Yeah.
And I'm on social media. I'm friends with everybody. I try to be friends with everybody. I'm very objective.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people talking shit about Tony. I personally felt the need to make sure that the people who were talking shit about Tony, if I cared about them, I would address it with them. If I didn't care about them or I didn't know them well enough and I saw them directly talking shit, I would make a note of their name. Just be like, okay, well, this person feels this way because their opinions on the situation are a little skewed, or they just want to take down somebody who's bigger than them. And Tony was a very good friend of mine, still is very good friend of mine. So I'm going to make sure that if somebody's talking shit about my friend, either I address it or I make sure that they're not going to steal an opportunity that doesn't belong to them.
Right.
So, you know, and that goes into the social anxiety too. I'd get very anal about things in my head.
I try.
It's easier not to care.
No, I know, but to me, it actually happened to me recently. I met somebody, a comic. I'm not gonna name his name. I didn't know him at all. I just ran into him on the street after a mic, and he just started going off about how Tony was run out of L.A. and we should kick him out of Austin. And I'm like, who are you?
He didn't run out. He wasn't run out of L.A.
It doesn't
Right.
matter to me.
Yeah.
Because at the end, I'm like, look, you believe what you want to believe. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I treat people on an individual basis and
Right.
my relationship with them. If it did some shitty to you personally, it's none of my business.
Totally.
But if I already have an opinion of somebody because of the relationship we have, and I'm usually pretty good at good judge of character, I'd be like, well, you're not gonna you're trying to convince me, and I'm like, don't convince me that the dude's a bad guy. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fucking work. It's like me telling you, like, yeah, you shouldn't hang out with so and so. I'm like, yeah, who the fuck are you?
Right.
Seriously.
Let me have my own fucking
Yeah,
life.
thanks. Like, no, you're a bad person if you support. Oh, yeah. Then I'm a bad person and fuck off. I mean, but I really tried to. I tried to understand.
Sure.
I'm not saying that I don't have to agree, but I can at least try to understand. And that goes into me again. I'm fascinated by people. And I'm like, go ahead, what you got?
Right.
Like, tell me your story. Yeah, I'm a Buddhist. I'm like, what's I got to do with anything? But that was interesting enough to actually hold a conversation to where even the door guy walked up, and I presented I presented the dude's case to the door guy, and I said, okay, so if you so the guy's point was that the Kill Tony takes advantage of retarded people by making fun of them on stage. And
Only
that
some of them are retarded.
no, okay, but so and I'm like, but they keep coming.
Yeah.
So it's like you're participating in your own abuse. He goes, well, they can't make the decision for themselves. I'm like, then so you're the authority now?
Yeah.
You're gonna tell them, like, no, it's Tony's fault. I'm like, no, it's not. They keep coming. If they see an opportunity is something, and that's what it takes, and that's the game you got to play to be in there, and you choose to be in there, then that's on you.
Well, here's the deal, too. It's like it's not like one person is ass out on the situation. If you're a small comic or a new comic or any level of comic, and you have the opportunity to perform on an open mic in front of 150 to 500,000 people,
Yeah.
why would you say no? Yeah, you're gonna if you do bad, you're gonna be the butt of the joke.
Yes.
If you roll with being the butt of the joke, people are really gonna like it. You kind of have to. When you're on Kill Tony, you are a character on a show. You can present your personality. The best way to do it is just be yourself. But a lot of people don't really get it. They're anxious. They don't know. They feel like they have to perform.
Yeah.
If you're on that show, you are being exposed to the world. When Tony, like I was working for him. Most of my Instagram followers are because of my association with Kill Tony. When they gave me, they mentioned one of the situations I had at Vulcan where I was getting beat up as a door guy, and I pulled out pepper spray and I accidentally sprayed myself. Then he was like, well, Zac Bogus, he's a part of the family. We love him. You know, he fucks up, whatever. Here's his Instagram. And they gave out my Instagram. Overnight after that Kill Tony, I got 250 followers just from that one shout out, that brief mention.
Yeah.
If you're performing on the show and you do well, or you are, you know,
You're likable.
mentally ill or whatever, and there's something about you that people are going to talk about and they're exploiting it, quote unquote, you're still going to get exactly what you wanted, which is attention and following. So if you're doing Kill Tony for any other reason, then you shouldn't be doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, if you know, maybe this is not for you.
Right.
It's really that simple. Like there's other avenues to get big. This happens to be the biggest one in town.
Yeah.
But there's other ways, and you can't blame Tony or anybody on his crew for treating you this way if you know that's how the game works.
Right.
And
exactly.
you keep coming back. That's your problem. But the guy was like, no, they can't. I'm like, okay, so.
Sounds like a bitter comedian. There's a lot of
yeah. But again, I was just fascinated. I was like, I'm going to try to understand.
Sure.
I'm not going to agree. You're not going to convince me. But if I do what's trying to convince me, kind of got me a little, all right, man, it's been 15 minutes. I got to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, like ridiculous. I'm done listening to this fucking weird fucking conspiracy you're trying to.
And then he goes, so where I meet the girls here? I'm like, oh,
I see who you are.
Okay,
you're just a fucking.
It's Monday night, man.
Right.
You're on 6th Street.
They're everywhere. You're drowning in them.
Look, 2 of them walk by. What are you doing?
Are they quality? No, but they smell.
No, I was like, 2 girls just walk by. You're still talking to me.
What
the fuck you doing?
Exactly.
If that was your goal when we started this conversation, you would have walked away by now.
Here's the deal, man.
Because 10 of them just walked by.
Right. Everybody on 6th Street is crazy.
I used to do this thing called 2 o'clock theater. You ever heard of that?
No.
Oh, it's my favorite.
2 o'clock theater.
theater. Yeah, 2 o'clock theater. It's the best part of being downtown. It starts at 2 o'clock.
Okay,
You
in the
just-
morning.
Yeah,
All right.
on any day. It was at any night. I would stand on the corner, whether it's usually like Trinity and 6th Street or Brazos and 6th Street, where at the time, I mean, I don't know about now, but there was a lot of basically you letting all the animals out at 2 o'clock, and you just watch the drama unfold.
Sure.
It's free theater for everybody.
Oh yeah, I
You
used
see
to
the
do
girl
same
puking
thing.
in the alley. You see the dude fight. The dude fights. You see the bachelorette party who's looking for her friend,
Sure.
and you see the couples getting the fight.
Yeah.
You see the guy who never got a number, so he's just frantically on his phone trying to text. And it's a little bit of everything, but it's magical. I did that every time I went out.
Yeah.
Like wait, watch this. It's about to punch him in the face.
The
2 o'clock
fights,
theater.
dude. Those are the best part of working on 6th Street is watching all the fights.
Yeah, and the cops
Standing-
are always late.
Oh, they're late, and when they show up, if the fight hasn't already broken up by then, all they do is pepper spray. They spray the entire circle, and everybody disperses.
I've never gotten sprayed once, and I've seen a lot of.
I've only sprayed myself.
Oh yeah, that's right, dude.
To this day, dude.
The only door guy.
Yeah. Don't pepper spray in the club. PSA, it's a bad move. I learned that the hard way.
Nope.
When
No.
when I start to sweat, my Apple Watch starts to burn my wrist. Even though I've scrubbed it with dish soap with a toothbrush, it's still like I was exercising today. I was playing football with some friends, and then my wrist started to burn. And I'm like, well, there it is, that sweet, sweet capsaicin or whatever.
A constant reminder of that stupid move.
Oh, oh
This is
my
how
God.
stupid I am. I still burn my eyes when I
know.
rub my face with it.
But you know what? There's material there. so
Exactly. No, I look.
Turn your pain into jokes.
Exactly. All right. What's your dope shit?
My dope shit. Oh yeah. Check out. I'm just gonna plug my friend's band because they've been doing
Oh,
a lot
okay.
for me lately. They've been really helping out my brain. Nether Hour. They're Austin musicians. They play country-ish music, I guess. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, I mean they're always performing after Kill Tony, and they're always performing before Death Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Sundays at Latchkey out here in
Afternoon?
Austin. Sundays, or you mean like Sunday afternoons?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 to 6.
Oh, cool.
$1 mimosas. Enough said.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dashkey is a nice spot.
it
I
is
like
a nice spot. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. They're chill boys. They're very supportive, and I want to give that love back. They're so talented and sharp. So I'm plugging Nether Hour. That's my
All right.
dope shit.
Trying to remember what my dope shit is. Do your plugs. Where can people find you? And I'll think of my dope shit.
You can find me at Zac Bogus, ZACBOGUS on Twitter, Instagram, fuck Facebook if you want. I don't care. I don't have 5,000 friends yet. Just follow me, man. It's all good.
He needs friends, guys.
I need as many friends as I can
He
get
needs
right
friends
now.
who are not going to talk shit about him.
I'm
That's
desperate.
what he needs.
Even if you're gonna talk shit about me, just don't let me know. I'll be your friend.
He will style you.
I will style you.
He will put your clothes on the chair to wear the next day.
If you want me to.
Like my
$5
mama
an
used to do.
outfit, dude, I'll fucking do it. You know, I'll send you links to things that you should buy.
Yes. I'm looking to Levi's now. And what's the other store you mentioned?
Buffalo Exchange or Pavement. Any of those like secondhand stores where you can buy or sell clothing. Those are the shit because the people who work there and buy the clothing to sell to the public are stylists. They know. what to look
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I didn't know. I
for.
didn't
And
know
that
that.
was me.
I did not know that. I need more shirts, like T-shirts.
Yeah, dude. There's tons. Go for something vintage, something like.
I need shirts that, like I'm a big anime fan. I'm a big video game fan, so I'm gonna start investing into shirts with like anime and video game shit
Yeah,
on it.
why not? Shit.
Why not? I'm tired of
Express
V-necks,
yourself.
solid colors.
Yeah, V-necks are dead, dude. No
That's
more
all-
V-necks.
That's really.
Yeah, dude, that's so 2009. No more V-necks.
I'm an old fuck.
It's all good back. It's all good. That's why I'm here, man.
All right. Next time I'm going shopping, and coming with me.
Okay, sure. Let me know. I'll be there, dude.
We'll go to Express first, so you can
We
talk shit.
will not go to.
Just so you can talk shit. I just want to. I
Yeah.
just want to hear you out. Like, really, man? This is what we're doing. I live by the domain. There's one right here. Let's just go
That's
there.
true.
And if I don't find it there, I go to Barton Creek Mall.
There's so many cool stores at the domain that I'll take you to, man.
All right.
I
All
know
right.
of them.
Let's see my dope shit. I think that I plugged Cocaine Cowboys last time because my dope shit is always like a show that I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of another. I don't know. I'm blanking out. Maybe no dope shit for me. Oh well, I will plug some. So I had the hip hop bingo um last weekend, and it was great, and we had a blast. So I want to give a special shout out to. Oh, I was at Pershing last weekend for 3 days in a row.
Wow.
I was there Thursday. It was a band playing. I went on Friday to see Ian Edwards. Lucas was on there. Hans was on there. Ryan Joseph was on there.
Sounds like a great show.
Yes, it was dope. It was dope. I love the place. And I was there Saturday for I did a private hip hop bingo for a wedding. And oh fuck, what's the name of that truck? There's a food truck there that has like you can't believe how good the food is coming out of this food truck. It's like they had Wagyu beef tenderloin with garlic mashed potatoes. Like you would go to a Ruth Chris.
Yeah.
I kid you not. It takes 20 minutes. It takes them a while to make the food, and it's solely worth it.
It is in a truck.
Yeah, but it's worth the wait. They had a tiramisu, homemade tiramisu. And again, I'm French because I'm picky about desserts.
Sure.
I mean, I'm picky about dessert because I'm French.
Right.
And the dude was like, "Hey, man, I know you think took a while. We're going to give you a free tiramisu." And that shit was
good.
Good. Oh, man, I'll post it. It'll be in the notes. But, oh, my God, that shit was I hope they have other ones like that. I mean, right now they posted at Pershing, which is on Pinnacle and 5th Street. It's a private club and all that stuff, but their gallery and event space, they have shows there. Hopefully they do the comedy thing monthly. This is Kate's joint.
Okay.
So hopefully they said they're gonna do it monthly. I was really impressed with that. The drinks were on point. The food was crackers and dip. And I was like, yes, crackers and dip. Who gives a shit? And holy shit.
It was good crackers.
Whoa. Yes. Even their fucking the cheese sandwich. Grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of grilled cheese. Like all these grilled cheese that I've had in my life were shitty.
Yeah.
But this is
grilled cheese.
Yeah, but this one was top 5.
Dope ass grilled cheese.
Shh, dude. If they need to get their truck out of there and park somewhere else so anybody can go. I hope they have other ones, but it'll be in the notes.
Shit, I want to know what this one's called now.
Ah, damn, I don't want to waste time and look it up, but it is at the Pershing house, and holy shit, man, it was delicious.
I'm sure I'll be there. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think they have a way to. They don't have a calendar of events that you can follow or whatever. If I find out, I'll post it. But
for comedy stuff, yeah.
No, even for public events.
Oh, okay.
Because it is a private. It's like a Soho House type shit.
Sure.
The house is, and there's a gallery next to it. That's where the events are. But I think I'll look it up and share the link in the show notes. So be on the lookout for that. I'm trying to find a food truck real quick because holy shit.
Pershing House, man. I still haven't been to Pershing House, but I bet you could find any like notable show if it's not a private thing at comedywham.com because it's where I find all of my mics and showcases.
Yep.
That's honestly whenever somebody comes to town and it's like, hey, I want to find out where to do a mic. I'm like, go to comedywham.com.
Yep, it's pretty on point.
Yeah.
It's pretty up to date.
Yeah.
Totally. You can filter by showcase, open mic. I don't know the girl who runs it. I'll meet her eventually.
I have no idea.
But shout out to what she's doing. Shout out to everybody who's trying to make this comedy shit work in Austin. Right. We're all in this together, folks. So support. Go out there, check out some comedy. I know we're at stage 5.
Fuck it, dude.
Sure.
Dude, if you're scared, wear a mask. Be careful.
Watch this.
Or just have some fucking fun, man. Life is too short. We're all gonna fucking die. Build your immune system. Drink some.
I got my negative PCR test just now, and I've been out all weekend.
Hey, congrats, dude. Yeah, I already got the antibodies, so I'm good.
Oh, all right. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow Zac Bogus wherever he's at. Support live comedy. Make sure you follow the FeedBak everywhere. The podcast is on every podcast platform out there. So follow up. Check out the archive. Share with your friends. The list goes on. I think Audrey's coming next.
Cool.
Audrey Scott's coming next.
She's a good friend of mine.
Yep, really good people. Funny as hell. She laughs like a dolphin, but
she sure does.
She's adorable. She's very funny and very nice. Talk to you next time. Thank you for tuning in. Ciao, ciao.
Cool.